Tactical 40K. I'm here again, just sitting in my room. I always do these right when I get out of the gym. It seems like it pops in my head. And reason I'm doing this one, I wasn't going to because I got a lot of painting to do. I got some new units, which I'll show you here in the next day or two. I got a piece of a new unit. Like I said, we're flavoring some stuff up, and I'm really excited about this unit that we're adding. Well, I guess it's technically two units. It's a leader and a unit. But anyway, new points drop. So we were wondering about the codex and the points in relation to the points that are currently out there. Of course, I was taking the up-to-date ones and using it, obviously in the app to build lists around. Well, now we have, I guess I haven't seen it for download yet, but it's been out there. It's just out there. You've probably already seen it. As of now, it's not downloadable yet. It hasn't been released, but it has been kind of released, but just not officially, I guess. But it looks like there's a huge points decrease in a lot of units and a points increase in a couple, like a character and then a main line unit. Well, here it is. So I'm going to just tell you what I think is relevant towards my playstyle, like the Raven Guard-ish, or I guess you can call some of what I do more like the Iron Hands thing. Because I do wield a lot of tanks in my army now, but I also am fast and agile and use lone op and all that jazz. So the boy Shrike, he went down 5 points, which is cool. That's good. So Shrike goes down 5 points. You got a bunch of jump pack dudes, characters that go down, whether it be Captain down 15 points, whether that be the jump pack Chaplain down 10 points, whether that be, I think the jump pack Librarian went down as well. You have, who else went down? You have for Iron Hand type things, you got the repulsors, or what is that, the salamander one, the repulsors, because if you get the regular impulsor, that went down 5 points. I think it's 5 points. It's like, either way, it went down. I just know that it went down points. So being able to use a transport and getting those beefy dudes up there quick is that name of that game, and it makes it a little bit more cost effective. And for me, the Executioner, which I've been running, that's down like 10 points. So I know it's like a 220. What else? For us, they showed the scout units for like 55 points, which makes me really want to possibly get a scout. Because I was like, well, should I run a third eliminator squad? And then 55-point scouts. Whoa, hang on. Hold on. Let me look at that, because now you're talking about 5 dudes. You get a heavy weapon in there. You do get a sniper rifle, and then some bolters. And then you can I believe, unless they take out, I haven't seen the new codex. I don't think they took it out. They took out the scout sniper thing where you can put like a captain with him and do things. But I think that he can do the redeploy shenanigans and all that jazz, or with them as well, the regular scouts, and they look cool. But for 55 points, it's very compelling. I was like, well, what do I do here? I don't know. But right now, if I haven't said anything, I might be running a third eliminator squad and max them out in the Raven Guard, my Raven Guard detachment. But what else was there? Oh, okay, let's talk the bad news. Aggressors went up 10 points, and I've been looking for aggressors. Can't find them anymore. They're astronomically priced unless you want to buy a whole box of other stuff, which might come down to it. But I want to wield some aggressors. In fact, I got like that apothecary biologist. So I guess we'll go into a little bit of a list and why I'm talking about, hey, the aggressors went up 10 points. The aggressors went up 10 points, and then their weapon skill in the melee went down. So they got improvement in the melee by 1. So it's pretty much, if you look at it from a 1 to 6, that's like another, 16-20% effectiveness. So that's not bad. And then you go up 10% in points to 110, but you can't find them. So I was preparing. I was like, oh yeah, I can go grab some aggressors. We can use this for that infantry, for that blade driven deep, or whatever that strat is for the Raven Guard. Really push up to different objectives or points on the board that you want to control, whether that be objectives or whatever the case may be, as feints for the enemy to really centrally focus on. But putting that aggressor squad up there with the biologists and lethal hits, I mean, everybody's doing it now. It's so hot right now. But you do it with the new Vanguard detachment, and it's on a whole nother level. So I was trying to get a hold of at least one. I wanted a 6-man unit, but if I can get a 3-man, I'll live. but it's been pretty tough unless I want to go buy like a Blood Angels box or a Death Watch box or something like that, which at $100 and something. But who knows, the aggressors might get up there, and then you just buy the box and then use the incursors, because incursors aren't bad either. But I've been kind of proxying some of the Reaver units, which still suck. So unfortunately, I guess the Battle Shark part of Reavers isn't bad. But anyway, everything else, a lot of stuff stayed the same. A lot of other characters, if you play like the Salamanders, Volkistan went up like to a straight 100 points, so he's even with Shrike. I think Gilliman went down, a few other went down, that makes him a little more playable. But for us, like Shrike, he's going down 5 points, which is cool for me. Like I'm like, hey, that's money. And then some of these other people going down. The only thing, like I said, the aggressor, because I was trying to look for aggressors, that going up kind of sucks. But then at the same time, everybody went out and bought them, and then they went up 10 points. And now you're kind of weighing the pros and cons of them versus just wielding a Terminator squad in there. So it's, it makes them because the Terminator squads actually went down to 185 points, I believe. And then, of course, I think your Chaplain went down. The Chaplain went down as well. I'm not sure on that one. But I know the Terminator squad went down. So you got that going. We got that going for us. You got to kind of weigh the options there, because you're talking about now wielding a 6-man aggressor squad at 220 versus a 5-man Terminator squad at 185, and what you can do with them. And then pros and cons. If I was going to run the Terminator squad, which I've looked at with the missile launchers and all that jazz, it's doable. And then, but I wish I wouldn't have bought that biologist there, and I just get the bot, get them later, maybe buy the my actual breakdown split of Leviathan box to somebody. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Excuse me. Points across the board for the most part are down, and it's going to be interesting. The only thing I say, the bad part of this is I feel like this is like a tease to get you in. Like, okay, here's these new units. Oh yeah, all the hang on. The jump intercessors are only like 85 points. Just to tell you, for the new units that are coming out, that's pretty compelling, really. If they had 2 OC like their counterparts, and they had some of the other stuff, but I think they're down to 1 OC, which sucks, because I was like, oh man, what's compelling about those battle line units is their ability to hold objectives and their buffs they get on objectives. But anyway, or sticky objectives, buffs on objectives, the ability to hold those objectives. That's what's compelling about those units. But I was getting at something. I just feel like this is a tease. This is them. They give us this, wanting you to get into Space Marines, wanting you to buy these units, which people are. I mean, you try to go find some of this stuff online, and it's tough to find like aggressors. But so they do this, and then they're going to pull the rug out from under us after a few tournaments, or at the beginning of next year. So you have all this cool list build up, and then they're going to raise the points, and you're going to be like, well, where do we go? Because they raise, it's like, well, I guess we got to pull a unit or whatever. I wish they'd kind of just, okay, we'll stabilize it here. Because this is actually, I feel like it's a tease, but I feel like it's like that good offset from Oath of Moment being kind of nerfed. It's like, okay, well, we took away literally one of the best chunks of Oath of Moment, because I'd call it half, I guess. If you statistically, it's probably not necessarily half, but it's a good portion of Oath of Moment, and they took that away, and then this is how they're kind of getting us back, I guess, patting us on the back, and then with all these attachments, so maybe it evens out. Anyway, just wanted to do that, give you a quick update on that. That's compelling stuff. Hopefully that goes out there, and we can use that with the new codex here coming up, and build our list around that. So that's cool. Talk to you later. Peace.